What's up, Game Day? I'm Barry Basketball.
And I'm Susie Spirit.
And we're here to talk about what your child athlete has been learning in their devotional this week.
Your child athlete learned about the GPS system and how there's over 95 satellites all over our planet that guide our phones.
And just how the GPS might guide your phone or your map or whatever, if you're a follower of Christ, you get the Holy Spirit, and the Holy Spirit guides you through your life. And that is what your child athlete was learning in their devotional this week.
See you next week.
What's going on, Game Day? I hope everybody's having a great Saturday. I'm Mark. If I haven't met you before, I'm in the sports ministry department, and I'm here today with a resource that can hopefully help with the idea that when you, the parent, are healthy, the child wins. The thing I want to talk about today is the 5 love languages. If you're not familiar with them, I'll go through them in a minute. Many of you have probably heard of them. Some of you maybe have even taken the quizzes before. But there's 5 ways in which our buckets are kind of filled up, and it's all a little bit different. 1 is words of affirmation. This would be just unexpected compliments that we may give to each other, a spouse or a significant other. That could be a card, that could be a text, or it could just be verbal words. Quality time. Quality time would be taking a hike or walk together. It could be just time alone at home speaking together, or it could be a date night. Physical touch. That would be hugging, holding hands, sitting closer on the couch together while watching a movie. Gifts. Gifts would be a physical representation, maybe a candy bar, or it could be something bigger, like just understanding that gifts for Christmas and birthday mean a big deal to that person. And the last is acts of service. Acts of service would be just taking something off the plate of your significant other or spouse, making life a little bit easier, maybe running an errand, maybe doing something around the house that will help out. So those are the 5 ways, and we're all a little bit different. Why is it important? Well, if gifts are important to you and you bring back a souvenir, but it's not to your spouse, then maybe you've not met expectations and they were hoping to have quality time with you. So we need to be aware of what the other person is thinking, not necessarily what's important to us. And what I did here is give a little representation of my wife and I, and what you'll be able to see from this is really none of our 5 line up completely. But one thing we have been able to figure out together is that acts of service do mean something pretty good to both of us. So we'll be really intentional about doing, errands or whatnot for each other, those little $2 decisions. And then what you'll also see is that gifts are last and gifts are first for me. So very often when we are finding ways to say I love you or maybe I'm sorry, we have to remember that gifts are in a totally different place for us and how we are. So we have to be intentional about it, and we just kind of have to have that awareness out there. So what I'd like everybody to know is if you've even taken this quiz before, take it again, because it does evolve over time. My wife and I took this again, and it's actually different than it was a couple years ago for us. So it changes with the seasons of our lives and what's going on. So even if you've taken it, try it again. And what we wanted you to know is that we want to help you with that. So we have some resources in the lobby to help you jump on. There's an app where you can take these quizzes together and stay on top of the resources that come with it. And we even have some paper copies of stuff out there that will help you as well. But jump in, take it, and hopefully it can help you out. And know that this is actually a tool that can be used in other types of relationships. So coming up later on this season, we'll talk to you a little bit about how these love languages can help you with your children as well. Thank you very much, and have a great rest of your game day. Hello, Game Day. Hope you guys are having an excellent Saturday. I'm here today with Mike to talk a little bit about his experiences with volunteering with Game Day. So Mike, how's it going?
It's going great.
Good. Thanks for being here.
Glad to be here.
Yeah, glad you're here. So first off, tell us, what do you do or have you done in your time with Game Day?
Well, every time that I've been involved, I've been the guy that gives the devotions after the kids come in for practice. They come in, we have about 10 or 15 minutes together, and we always have kind of a series, one follows up on the other, of lessons, and it's a kick. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, I bet they build up to it over time. They probably
We do.
embrace
We
it.
kind of build on the truth that we taught last week, and it's amazing how kids will retain when they come back. What did we talk about last week? And they usually remember, some kind of illustration that you gave or something like that. So it's fun.
That's great. So how'd you get connected with Game Day before you started doing this?
Well, you know what? I actually teach first grade power kids, and I really enjoy doing that, and impressed by the sports ministry here at Grace. So it was just kind of a natural flow, and I think I kind of found my place right now.
That's great. Tell people who maybe don't know, what's Power Kids?
Power Kids actually is our first grade, I teach first graders. It's our folks that are in younger elementary school. They teach Saturday night and then also Sunday morning. We have classes there, a lot of singing, a lot of dancing, a lot of excitement. And again, there's the lesson time. It's a fun time. I love Power Kids.
Great. All right, so you've been doing this for a while. How's Game Day changed your life?
Well, Game Day is, it's been a chance for me, to give back. And I know as a kid, I tended to remember, in my wayward days, I tended to remember some of those things that I had heard teachers say in church, of course my parents as well, but you just hope that you can plant a seed that will stick there for the next 5 or 10 years when they're starting to make their own decisions, that maybe a truth that they heard in Game Day will be the thing that they land on.
Awesome. So, all right, so if you could tell everybody out there just one thing about Game Day you'd want them to hear, what would it be?
Have 4 children, all grown up now, but if they were kids, they'd be at Game Day. They're going to be loved, they're going to be safe, they're going to have a blast. So I would say, yeah, my kids would be at Game Day.
Awesome. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you.
Thank you, you guys. Hope you have a great rest of your Saturday, and we'll see you next week.